here another Friday, and I honestly don't know where these weeks go. I probably say this every single Friday and not sure when it's going to sink in. But today I'm excited to have you for a Think Well chat. This is going to be a super short conversation, but an important one. So we're talking all about energy, and I'm going to walk you through what an energy inventory is. And that basically is going to address in what areas of your life do you feel that maybe you're giving so much of yourself to someone else, whether that's to do something for them, to make their life easier, or possibly the expectations that they have on you. We'll talk about people, we'll talk about places, we'll talk about a bunch of areas that you can address your energy levels to make sure essentially that when you come home at the end of the day, that you feel like you have enough energy to still do the things that make you happy, irrespective of your job, your family roles, your relationships, or anything like that. Okay, so to do an energy inventory, you're going to pick any area in your life. Right after this, I'm going to give you 5 examples so you know where to start. But the energy inventory itself is something you can apply to literally anything in your life. You're going to either get a piece of paper out or do a little mental chart in your head, and you're going to make 3 columns, right? First column is going to be energy givers. These are things that in your soul you feel are so aligned to who you are, where you want to be as a person. It just feels right inside. Whatever this thing is, it's an immediate yes, it feels good, and you have all of the positive emotions around it. In the last column, we're skipping over the middle for a minute, you're gonna have energy takers. And so these are things that are the opposite. It's something that you think about and immediately you get this negative reaction, whether that's fear, anxiety, worry, being self-conscious, feeling judged, anything about that that is not extremely positive and that kind of signals an area where you might be able to let go of, that's an energy taker. In the middle, this is something that I don't think a lot of people do, but I like to do it because sometimes life, we can't control everything, right? So I like to make a column called neutrals. These are things that maybe are a part of your day, such as brushing your teeth, that are not this crazy positive reaction, right? But they're also not a negative reaction. So this is going to be your column called neutrals for, honestly, the catch-all of life, because not everything is black and white. From there, you're going to basically pick an area of your life, which I'm about to walk through. So I'll give you an example. We'll start off with family, friends, relationships, connections, right? So that's anyone in your life that you interact with on a daily basis or regularly. And you're gonna take these people and essentially think, are they energy givers? Immediate positive reaction, really like good, empowering feelings coming into your body when you think of them, right? Even if this is someone who is close to you and you should be thinking positively about, it could realistically be someone who is an energy taker. And maybe this is someone who you kind of feel a little bit self-conscious around, or you find yourself comparing yourself to. Someone that maybe has made comments to you that make you feel a little bit strange or awkward even. Those are going to be your energy takers in this scenario. And then you have your neutrals, people who, you know, a lot of people will fall into that energy giver or taker category here, but you never know. There are some people who are neutrals. Maybe it's your mailman, right? You don't feel any sort of big way, but they're going to be coming to your house every day. This is the exercise that you're going to be doing. And so we have our first category, like I mentioned, which is connections. Really good place to start. People in your life and in your circle, who you're surrounding yourself with, means so much to your energy levels. Then we can go into another one, which would be career. So this is anything, your professional goals, anything that makes you happy, where you're expressing your passions, where you're showing your creativity, anything related to your work environment. Where do you work? Who do you work around? You could even have coworkers go from the connections category into maybe the career category. This is also the tasks you have on your plate right now, maybe your future goals. Anything in your life that you want to look at in that career umbrella, you can also put into those 3 categories. The next category you can think of is your environment. So that is everything from the small details of the space that you're in or the spaces you spend a lot of time in to the streets where you live, your transportation, your neighborhood, even all the way to the state or country that you live in, the way you feel about it. all of these things can also impact our energy. So you can do the same exercise there. And the last category would be your health. So this is slightly self-explanatory, but I want to open this up as well to mental health and self-care. Do you feel like there are things that you're doing perhaps that are actually taking your energy instead of giving it? And I want to give you a quick example to end on right here, because it's kind of interesting that some of the things that society would tell us are good habits in our routine, especially when it comes to health, are sometimes things that can be energy takers. For me, maybe not for you. And so you as an individual really get this opportunity to tune in and to listen to what your body innately reacts to in one way or another. And you'll know it in your heart. So the example I'll give you is I, at one point, was running a lot. I really liked it at first. Of course, the reason I got into it, and I've talked about this many times, is because it really fulfilled me. Now I find that if I am to run 6 days a week, it actually is taking my energy. I feel much more lethargic and run down, and my body doesn't really feel good doing it that often. So personally, it's not that running is bad or running in itself is an energy taker, but trying to run 6 days a week is. So I can look at that habit, I can listen to my body, and I can make the decision and feel empowered to make that decision that's right for me, which might be cutting it down to 3 or 4 days, or maybe not at all eventually. So I want you to take this, kind of run with this exercise, leave comments if you have questions, and see what areas of your life that you might feel this, you might walk down the street and know that's an energy taker, and oh my gosh, this is an energy giver. Explore it, listen to yourself as always, tune in, and I cannot wait to talk to you next week. Bye.